What is up? Welcome to another Sober Morning Reset. I am Aaron, the Sober Life Coach. I'm a coach, author, and I've been sober for the past 7 years. And I was able to do that without rehab or AA. I was able to build my own framework and find my own path. And that's what I want to help you guys do today. So we're doing that every single day with these videos. So today we're going to be talking about alcohol and fitness, why it kills progress, how one night of drinking can undo an entire week of workouts. And this is a near and dear to my heart because when I was first quitting drinking, I was really into fitness. I was really trying to get fit. I was trying to better my life. I was trying to, get to the place where I wanted to be with my fitness and my nutrition. And alcohol was just there, kind of holding me back silently. And it was crazy because I would think that, okay, well, I'm going to stop drinking beer because I know beer is bad for me, but I'm going to just drink vodka instead. And that kind of thinking really got me nowhere. I mean, I was able to lose a little bit of weight. I was able to get kind of where I wanted to go, but I can't imagine how much farther I could have been if I wasn't drinking if I wasn't having alcohol in my life at the time. So why does alcohol stall progress with fitness? Well, you can work hard in the gym, but alcohol erases all those results, right? Because you're not getting good enough sleep, which you're not getting the REM sleep that you need to recover and rest and actually, grow your muscles and do those sorts of things. You're not able to keep the promises to yourself. I know for me, I would drink the night before and then I would wake up and I wouldn't want to do my workouts. Alcohol is also a depressant, so it's going to make you feel depressed. It's also causing anxiety in your brain, so it's going to feel depressed and anxiety. And it's like it's not hard enough to get up and go to the gym some days, and then you have alcohol on top of it. So that's one thing. It slows your recovery, like I said. It adds empty calories as well. So when you're drinking, you're going to eat more empty calories, and you're also consuming empty calories as well. So that's adding to this whole thing, and it disrupts your focus and your consistency, and it disrupts your identity as a fit person. I'm a big believer in having an identity when you want to have some lasting change, and if you want to have the identity of a fit person, if you want to have the identity of someone who works out, takes care of themselves, has nutrition on point, eats clean, all these things, then you're not going to be able to do that with alcohol because alcohol is literally a poison going into your body. It's an addictive substance. It's a poison. It's going into your body. So even if you eat clean all week long, and you're still drinking, you're still adding that poison into your body, and your body's going to feel it and not be able to get the results that you want to get. So those are some of the things that I noticed on my fitness journey with alcohol, and you might notice those too. So the science and the ways alcohol hurts your fitness. Well, there's a couple of things. It blocks muscle recovery, protein synthesis. It slows your metabolism, and it erodes you at an identity level. It erodes that fit person identity that I've been talking about. Because if you want to do anything in life, you want to become that person that does those things, right? Because it's be do have. It's not have be do. You can't just have fitness. You can't just have a nice body. You can't just have these things unless you change an identity level. You can maybe for a little bit, but it's not going to be long term unless you start changing identity level, become that fit person, become that person who eats right and all these things, right? So that erodes their identity as a fit person and also as a sober person as well. So you stop keeping promises to yourself, those kinds of things, and that's definitely not a good thing when we're trying to better our lives. So number one thing we're talking about is how it blocks muscle recovery. It's called protein synthesis, right? So alcohol interferes with something called the mTOR signaling. This is the pathway your body uses to trigger muscle growth after exercise. Even moderate drinking post-workout can reduce muscle protein synthesis by 20 to 30%. That's crazy, slowing down repair and growth. Also, we talked about this yesterday, the sleep, right? Sleep is so important when you're trying to build muscle, when you're trying to get fit, when you're trying to, better yourself, not only your body, but your mind as well. And you're not getting this REM sleep. You're just sedating yourself. You're passing out. Your body's actually not going through the proper sleep cycles, and that's exactly why you're not probably not getting the results you want either. In the gym or with your nutrition and your fitness as well. So, why alcohol slows your metabolism? Well, alcohol gets priority, right? Your body, it also slows your metabolism. This is why alcohol gets priority, right? Your body treats alcohol like a toxin. It can't be stored, so the liver burns it off immediately. While it's happening, fat, carbs, and protein get pushed aside and stored instead of burned. Your fat storage increases because alcohol is being burned at first. Dietary fat is more likely to be stored in the fat cells. This is why people who drink often gain fat around their belly, which is called a beer belly, right? You get hormones disruption as well, especially for men. It lowers your testosterone and raises your estrogen. As a man, if you drink beer, also, alcohol reduces testosterone, growth hormone, both of which are key for fat burning and muscle building lean muscle. And you have less muscle, slower metabolism long term. So it's slowing down your metabolism. It's a toxin that's in your body. It makes you hold on to fat longer. You gain fat around your belly. That's called a beer belly for most people, right? You get hormone disruption. So a lot of things going on with alcohol, especially with your fitness. If you're trying to become, a better, more fit, a bit on point with your nutrition and your exercise and all those things, it's definitely not a good thing to be doing. So, and it also erodes your identity, and you have these two kind of versions I talk about of you. You can visualize these in your mind and find it easier to visualize these. Is drunk you and sober you. So then you got drunk you over here, right? You're trying to work out, you're trying to exercise, but you're still not consistent. You don't have the proper routine. You can't seem to get out of it. And your drunk you skips workouts, they eat junk food, they feel sluggish, right? And then you have sober you, and this sober you trains harder, recovers faster, wakes up proud, and those kinds of things. And if you if you want to get rid of this drunk version of yourself, you got to start stepping into this new identity of sober you, and it's going to take a little bit of time because of the effects of alcohol in your brain. There's depression, there's anxiety, there's things going on, chemical imbalances in your brain. But after a while, after a couple, maybe a week, 4 days, 5 days, you're going to start feeling like you're getting better sleep. You're going to start feeling like you can actually wake up and do some exercise. You're going to start feeling like these sober mornings that we talk about are going to start getting better, and you're going to start stepping into that sober identity. But if you just quit drinking and don't step into that new identity, then you're never going to see the benefits of it, because you're just going to go back to drinking because there's that void there, right? We talk about the gap and the gain, and the gap is that you have this fear of losing out. You have this fear of having not having the things in your life that alcohol provided you as a solution, and that's a problem because we should really look at the gain, what you're gaining from your sobriety, what you're gaining from this, and change it an identity level, and not just quit drinking and have alcohol just removed from your life. You have to change it an identity level. You have to look at the gain, what you're gaining in your life. You have to step into that sober version of you. Or at least that's what worked for me, and it definitely helped me be long term sober for long term over the last 7 years. So. The very first horizon that I would suggest you guys look forward to, and a horizon is something we can look forward to tomorrow. We kind of look for, and also we can kind of visualize what it's going to look like tomorrow if we have a drink. If we have a drink tonight, what's your workout going to look like tomorrow? We're probably not going to wake up. You're probably going to be foggy, groggy, not able to, get to where you want to go. Or you could wake up tomorrow with a stronger workout, stacking momentum, and you can show up as a sober you tomorrow morning, right? So, and you can prove you can change one sober morning at a time, one stronger workout at a time. And every morning stack builds momentum, right? And you choose who you show up as, right? Are you going to show up as drunk you or sober you tomorrow? And when we kind of think about having a drink tonight, just think about that. Think about that, playing that tape forward. What's going to look like tomorrow if I have this drink? Well, it's going to look like this, right? I'm going to be foggy, groggy, anxiety, depression, those kinds of things. Or am I going to not have this drink tonight? Have a tall glass of water, like we talked about. Maybe you're just dehydrated, and focus on my health, focus on longevity, not only for me, but for my family, for my business, for the things in my life that I want to do. And it's definitely going to help you get to where you want to go. Or showing up as drunk you or sober you tomorrow morning, it's kind of up to you at this point. So we're going to use the Dare to Be Sober framework to kind of get through this together. So first thing we're going to do is disrupt the thought. I can drink and still work out, right? Let's disrupt the thought. You can't drink and still work out. You can. It's possible. I did it. But you're not getting the best you can out of your workouts. You're not going to hit those personal records. You're not going to show up to the gym or walking or whatever kind of exercise you're doing the same as you would if you weren't drinking. So I can drink and still work out might be a thought you want to disrupt. And ask yourself, how many workouts has alcohol stolen from me? I know probably tons, hundreds of false starts, stop starts when I was drinking, and that's how many workouts did alcohol steal from me? Plenty, a lot of workouts. How many workouts has alcohol stolen from you in the past? Let's ask yourself that, and let's kind of reframe that. So if alcohol's stealing my workouts, and I think that it's doing that, then what's the opposite? Well, if I don't drink, I'm going to have better workouts and a better nutrition. I'm going to have better health in the future, and I'm going to be able to live a lot longer, not only for me, but for my kids, for my business, for my legacy, all those things, right? And let's also reframe sobriety as not a punishment, it's progress, right? Sobriety isn't a punishment. A lot of people think, oh, sober life is going to be so boring and it's a punishment. It's not. It's progress. You're moving forward. And society is going to make you feel weird about it because most people are comfortable where they are. They don't want to move forward. They don't want to even change anything in their lives. They'd rather just sit where they are and stay the same. But you're not that kind of person. I know you're not, because you're watching these videos. You want to grow. You want to expand. You want to live a life that's full of passion and purpose. And sobriety is part of that. Alcohol-free life living is part of that for me. Anyways, I know that alcohol was part of that when I was trying to live on purpose, and it didn't really work out. It wasn't the thing I needed in my life. So And then we're going to execute. Choose one sober night before you for your next workout. So just choose one night this week. Let's have a sober night. Let's try to not drink if we can. If not, then maybe cut it down to one drink or less than you were drinking before, and then kind of see how you feel the next day and track those things and track those sober mornings and track how you feel, how your workouts are, how you feel by the end of the week. And you're going to be surprised that you're probably getting better sleep. You're probably getting better workouts in. Your nutrition's actually probably working because alcohol disrupts the way your body takes in nutrients and things like that as well. So that's one of the things. So, and then, you're going to see that alcohol-free living is definitely worth it. And you can get to where you want to go. So, exercise is also one of the six sober habits we talk about. There's journaling, mindfulness, connection, exercise, learning, and a meaningful observing project. Exercise is on the six sober habits because it's one of the habits that I think that is very important every single day to kind of get a little bit of exercise at least, no matter what it is. Going for a walk, doing strength workouts, whatever it is. Exercise and nutrition is super important, especially living an alcohol-free lifestyle, because you're gonna want to keep yourself on track, and there's no point in getting sober and living an alcohol-free lifestyle if you're not trying to, boost your longevity and live a healthy lifestyle. So today's mission is disrupt that thought. I can drink and still work out. Let's disrupt that thought and let's realize that that's a lie. You can't. You can, but it's not going to be the best thing you could do, right? And ask yourself, how many workouts is alcohol stolen from me, right? And if I think alcohol is giving me, these things like better sleep, anxiety, stress relief, then what's the opposite? Well, it's actually not. It's making me more stressed out. It's taking my workouts away. It's making me more anxious. Those kinds of things, and that kind of uncovers those limiting beliefs you have around alcohol, and it's going to help you in the long run to get to where you want to go. And then let's reframe it. Sobriety isn't a punishment; it's progress, right? I'm moving forward. I'm progressing. I'm growing. I'm expanding, and sobriety is part of that deal, right? And then execute. Choose one sober night before your next workout. Track how you feel. Track what's going on with it, and hopefully we can. Hopefully you're seeing that it's a better workout. You're feeling better afterwards. You're getting better sleep. You're getting all these benefits that comes with not drinking alcohol. And then horizon vision today. Do I want to regret tonight or have clarity tomorrow morning? Start with one win the next sober morning. Your first horizon that you want to get to is just that next sober morning, right? Just one or two, maybe a week, if that's where you want to start. And then you kind of stack those. You get 1 or 2 week. Now you're having 3 or 4. Now you're having 4 or 5 and 6 and 7. And then you're going into 30, 60, 90. And then one day you'll be 7 years sober and you look back and go, damn, I don't even know where the time went. I feel so much better. My life is so much better. And I can actually show up the way authentically the way I want to be. So that's definitely important to kind of have those things to look forward to and move forward. So when in doubt, let's dare, let's disrupt, ask, reframe, and execute. Print that, post it, and use it. It's definitely going to be helpful for you guys. And thank you so much for letting me be your coach, your guide. Hope you're realizing some of the myths that alcohol is telling you, and some of the benefits of living a sober life. And there's many, many of them. And one of them is being able to have proper fitness and nutrition so that you can live a long, healthy life. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for letting me be your coach, your guide. I still have some spaces open for the Sober Morning Reset coaching program. If you're interested, the first step to apply is having a sober strategy call, kind of get together, see if we're a good fit for each other, and you'll leave with some clarity and a 30-day plan. Either way, if you want to join the program or not, or if we're accepted to the program or not, I'll still give you a 30-day plan to kind of get you started and off and running to where you want to go. If that's interesting to you, you can just click the link in the email or the Facebook post or wherever you're seeing this. I'll leave a link there so you guys can book your call and we can get together and see if that's right for you. Anyways, guys, have some meaningful day. I will see you guys in the next video.